Ladies and gentlemen, Pimpmunk. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Morning Wood. This is the Morning Wood where you get what, Missy?
Wooded so good.
Yes, indeed. It is Wednesday. It is September 9th, the year of And we are joined today by Nate Talks to You. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Hope y'all doing well. I'm hearing a bit of echo, though. I'm hearing like the video in the corner, and then I'm hearing the stream here.
You need to mute that video in the corner. Or the stream, whatever. Yeah.
Maybe not mute Bowles, but let him fix whatever that is. I don't know.
I don't hear
I don't hear an echo either, so I don't.
So he's probably just listening to the stream is what it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I think the problem's solved now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah, okay. And we're also, of course, joined by my lovely, beautiful, wonderful co-host, Missy. How you doing, baby?
Good morning.
And the lovely, awesome, amazing producer man himself, Booleanenator. What's up, buddy? Yeah.
Not a lot.
What?
Not a lot. This
You're
thing.
here, Shabisky.
Yeah, I'm here.
And you got
welcome.
something to say?
Yeah, you're welcome, bitch.
You gotta apologize to me
Yeah, I'm sorry that you suck dick.
for insulting my mother last night.
Whoa.
Well,
I went into a chat room with these guys last night. He insulted my mom.
oh, that's
an
right.
accident.
I forgot about that.
It was
Yeah.
an accident.
You called her an old cunt.
Oh, you called her an old cunt.
I didn't call her no because she beat the damn shit out of me. But anyway, dude, it's not much going on except this little pandemic thing.
Yeah, I was about to ask all of you, how have you been all handling COVID-19 so far?
We're going crazy.
We would have hoped it would have been over by now, but unfortunately, America just has not been handling it that well. I know that New Zealand is like down to like 0 cases now, like per month or whatever, but here in America, yeah, like I live in Illinois, we're up to I think like a couple thousand now, like cases.
Because we're idiots. We're a bunch of idiots. We don't wear masks, and and we're just idiots.
We also have an idiot running the country. So
Yes, we have an idiot running
like
the
the
country.
blind leading the blind right now.
Yeah, so I mean, I know that I'm going to be voting for Joe Biden come this November. I'm not sure how any of you are going to vote. Are you voting third
I'm
party
voting
or
Joe
voting for Blue?
Biden all the fucking way. I think if you do anything except vote for Joe Biden, you're being fucking silly this time. Honestly, is he the best choice for the job? Probably not. But he's the choice we've got. He's better than that orange-looking motherfucker.
I do understand why people get so upset and like, oh, I'm not voting for Joe. I don't want Joe in office, but I want Trump out of office more, if that makes sense.
And if you really look at Biden's policies, yeah, there'll be a lot you don't agree with. There'll be a lot more you agree with than you think. And vote for what you agree with, is what I think. Don't worry about what you don't agree with right now. You can protest that shit when he wins office.
Mm-hmm. My message to anybody who wants to either abstain from voting this time or who wants to vote third party is that, it would be ideal if there was a viable third party candidate, but there simply is not the amount of, push right now in the country for a libertarian, for a Green Party candidate. No. So the fact of the matter is the next president will either be a Democrat or Republican. Yeah. So based on those decisions, you have to pick the one that's going best for the country. And in my personal opinion, that's going to be Joe Biden.
Yeah.
I mean, and sure, again, like you just said before, there's a lot to not like about Joe Biden.
Yes.
A lot of flubs, obviously, but he does have a policy when it comes to things like healthcare. He has a policy when it comes to things like trans rights. Yeah. So Those are just two examples I can name off right now. So,
Exactly.
yeah,
Well,
definitely a
yeah,
better
I mean,
pick when it comes to Trump.
it wasn't my first, second, third, fourth pick, but he's the pick I've got, and he's a much better choice than what
I
we.
truly, truly believe that if they keep Trump in office and he wins this next election, that he's going to turn this into some sort of dictatorship. And for the next 50 years, his family is going to run the country. Like, his kids are young enough. He can pass it down to his son,
The
and then his
scariest
daughter,
thing
and then
really
theirs.
is, well, I don't know if he'll be able to do that. He wants to, but the scariest thing is what people really need to realize is if he wins again, he is going to defund Social Security. That's all you really need to vote against right now. Seriously, he's going to defund Social Security. He's publicly stated that.
Is it just me, or
I don't
is
know.
Pimp
Some people out
breaking
there are
up?
really against any kind of taxation, and if that means that some funding here and there goes away, they're totally fine with that. Or they just don't realize what's going to happen under 4 more years of Trump, so they just are oblivious to it.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. I
I
mean,
think that's what it is. People are completely oblivious.
well, people don't educate themselves to what. I mean, they know a few things about Biden, and they run against it. Now, Biden did this, Biden did that, but there's other things about him as well. It's not just those few bad things. Is he a fuck up in times? Absolutely, but they're all fuck ups. They're politicians.
Now, regardless of what happens this November, what I'm worried about is that the election results will lead to bloodshed in the street. Have any of you been following the rise of the Boogaloo Boys or of QAnon as of late?
Oh, QAnon, definitely, yeah.
I mean, these are people that believe that there is a satanic pedophile cult
And
that
Trump's
is trying to corroborate against Donald Trump, and that Trump is our savior. Like, this is like it's like Illuminati 2.0, basically.
Yeah,
and some of these
Shabisky.
people online, they are extremely militaristic. They're radical in their beliefs.
Yeah.
And I imagine that if their God and Savior doesn't win this election, we're going to see people coming on the street with AR-15s and just gunning people down, trying to kill off politicians. Who knows what?
Well,
And we've seen like the abortion bombings of the 90s and 80s, so I don't see why that couldn't happen again.
Trump supporters are very religious. We all know that. Extremely religious. And yeah, they will not bullshit. And Trump, if he loses, Trump will try not to leave office. He's going to blow up a bitch.
That's what I mean. He's going to make it so that
But he's not going to. He doesn't have a
in the
choice.
next 50 years.
I mean, are you worried about a coup happening, or do you think that he'll just be dragged out kicking and screaming?
I don't think it'll go that far. I think he'll pitch a bitch and he'll make a scene. But no, I don't think he'll go as far to where he has to be dragged out. I hope.
I saw
hope.
a speech. I don't know if it was a speech or an inch. I think it was just part of a speech, where he said he wants to win this election so that he has the next 4 years.
Well,
but then after that's done, he wants a do-over.
Yeah, he even said he wants another 4 years because of the way people treated him the first.
Like, where in the history of the fucking planet has any president said, I deserve a do-over because you guys were mean to me?
I mean, when you look, dude, one of the worst presidents I think we had was George W. Bush. But I can honestly say that I'd rather have George W. Bush than I would Trump. And that's bad.
Yeah, that's really bad. It's really, really bad.
At least George W. Bush acted presidential. I mean, the man got a shoe thrown at him, and he just kept on going. Somebody screams in a crowd, Trump stops the whole fucking conference and starts insulting the person. He's such a child.
Now, what do you think the odds are right now of Donald Trump winning again versus Biden winning this election?
Well, I know 3 months ago, if you'd asked me that, I'd have said Trump wins hands down. Now I think there is a chance for Biden to win because of how he handled the corona and the social stuff, the social injustice stuff. How he's handled all this has been like as poor as you could possibly do. So I think there's a chance. And in the polls, Biden's winning. But
Yeah, I do go on like 538. I do go on Gallup every now and again.
Yeah.
And yeah, right now it does seem like since the beginning of COVID, we've seen like a gradual decline in approval for Trump. But assuming things get better again, which, I hope they do, unfortunately that may lead to approval for Trump going back up again. We've seen low points for Trump, but then he'll bounce back. So
Trump
anything can happen in a month from now.
He can pull a magic rabbit out of his ass. He does, he has, and But I don't see the COVID getting any better right now.
I mean, I think that a lot of people who voted for Trump back in 2016, I think a lot of those people did so just because the hatred, the utter loathing of Hillary was so high that people would prefer him over Hillary.
Now
people were just desperate for a change. Yeah. They got their change. They saw what could happen. I think a lot of people now are disillusioned with it, so I think the odds of Biden winning are pretty high right now.
Now, here's also a reason I think Biden's got a better chance. And I've talked about this many times because black people's going to vote this time. And if black people vote, Democrats win. And black people also know Biden. He was the vice president to the first black president. He has a running mate that is black. So black people know Biden, and we all know we go with the devil we know. And black people are pissed, which they should be pissed. And they're angry, and I think they're angry enough to vote. I've said this a million times here on this show. What's sad is I live in a state that always goes red, Mississippi, right? But if the majority of black people voted in this state, the state would always be blue. It would always be blue.
Are you worried about the rise of figures like Candace Owens potentially bringing more of the black vote over the Republicans?
She's a token. She's a token. She's a token. And some of that, I hate to say this because I'm not a black man, and I'm not talking against anybody. I believe anybody can vote for who they want to. But I believe a lot of black people who do go for Trump, they do it. And a lot of them.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It is an incredibly lucrative industry to just go there. The conservative party has so much money to hand you if you're a token, whether you're gay, whether you're black.
And if you're a black person, they're going to fucking put you out on the first front line because they don't have any. They're going to put you out there. Look, we've got a black person. And they do it all the time. I mean, you talk to Republicans, and the first thing they do is, well, even this person said it. They'll bring black person into it.
They're anti-identity politics, though. We have a gay black guy, but we're anti-identity politics.
Exactly. It's stupid. I don't know what's going on here. I might need
choppy audio.
I'm getting choppy audio.
Yeah, I'm only getting choppy audio from Pimpmunk.
I hear you fine.
I'll
drop out of the call and come back in if that's what it takes.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
I just sent Bulls a meme that I found of someone took that clip of Trump getting really mad and like turning around to yell at the person and they're like smacking him on.
Yeah,
I sent it to Bulls, so I hope he can play it just so that you guys can see it because it's so funny. I had to watch it like 4 times to figure out what was actually happening, though.
Oh, Pimp, you back in the call now?
I am.
Screw you, Pimp.
I was wondering, by the way, I noticed that in your Twitter post about me, you referred to me as the infamous Nate Talks to You. Now, I'm infamous to different groups for various reasons, so why am I infamous?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't do that. She did that.
Oh, Missy did that?
Yeah, I do all the social media stuff for the show.
I would have put this shit here's going to be...
I don't know, I was just trying to make it sound good.
Why is it doing that?
I mean, I am infamous for a couple of reasons for different groups. I mean, I have given quite a few controversial takes when it comes to Islam. I mean, I haven't gone as far as some people online right now. I haven't torn up the Quran, but we'll work up to that maybe.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, we're planning that next week.
I'm not sure if any of you follow. You ever heard of apostate prophet?
A prostate prophet? Dang.
No, apostate prophet.
I want to say yes, because it's sounds familiar, but I might be confusing it with something else.
He's an ex-Muslim YouTuber. He recently made a video, I think maybe a month or so ago, tearing up the Quran on camera. And that video has gotten like 1 million views now, and there's a lot of Muslim hate in the comments section. So,
damn.
Yeah, if you want to get quick viewership,
should.
that's one way to do it. If you want to get controversy, that's how to do it.
We should get on that.
Let's
rip a Bible up, guys.
I'm going to tell you the instruction manual on how to build a microwave.
Reaction of tearing a Bible. Just tearing a
Fuck
Quran
this
up.
microwave.
I do think that the atheist community has kind of gotten a bit tame over the past
Fuck
couple of years.
Okay, this is definitely my fault. Here, hold on a second. Let me restart Skype. Alright, we're gonna restart Skype here because Skype is being a pig. Sorry about this, folks. I hate when this bullshit happens, and it seems to happen a lot with Skype recently. Can we miss the ad on this thing? Come on, Skype. Let me join the call.
Needs to be discussed, especially with the uprising of Christian nationalism in this country that I'm concerned about.
Yeah.
I am worried that with another term of President Trump, we're going to see this major uprising in Christian nationalism in this country.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
What's going on?
It's like everybody's choppy. It crashed on me. I don't understand what the hell going on with Skype. It's being stupid on my end.
Am I coming through clear, or am I glitching up too?
You're actually fine. Both of you and Missy. I don't know about Shabisky because he doesn't actually talk.
Yeah, I'm big dumb.
It looks like we're back though.
Yeah.
I can see on the stream. I think we were just going crazy for a minute.
It'll be alright. If it fucks up, I'll blame Shabisky and we'll just move on.
But aside from tearing up the Quran, I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with Armin Navabi of Atheist Republic.
Armin
Navabi is an ex-Muslim figurehead, and he made a post recently sexualizing one of the Hindu goddesses. And now I guess there are a bunch of people in India who are trying to file a lawsuit against him for it. So yeah, it turns out that it's very easy to upset the Hindu community. I mean, they're not usually thought about as like being a target of atheist criticism, but there you go.
Well, I think everybody should be a target for criticism, and I'd fuck the Hindu goddess, fuck her.
I mean, this picture, I mean, yeah, it was quite impressive. I'll try to pull it up if I can find it.
With the way this is behaving, I don't think I'm going to be showing any clips today. Sorry, Missy.
Uh-oh.
I think that'll just throw a monkey wrench in everything if I try that shit. I don't know why it's doing this today. Like, yesterday was perfect. Yesterday ran fine. And then today, everything just went batshit crazy.
Alright, yeah, I got the picture in the chat. I'm not sure if you want to pull that up or not.
Shit happens.
I'm not sure if that's safe for work or not.
Oh, is it one of those pictures? Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I mean, I think the nipples are covered up by the necklace, but you never know.
Oh yeah. Okay. Devil's Rock. Yeah.
There goes Pimp again.
See a bit of that morning wood, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's. You sound like Red Eye did that one day.
Yeah,
I don't.
The MissyAnn, so it's coming through your area.
Hey, Pimp, I can hear you just fine right now. I'm not hearing any choppiness on
The
from me.
chat's hearing the robot.
Yeah.
That's the problem. You guys are bad, isn't it?
I'm half tempted to reboot this whole machine. I'm half
Does it happen
tempted, but-
often?
No, it actually doesn't. This is like the first time something this has gone this wonky in quite some time.
It happens.
So we're
How do you
checking
make
out
the
some
layout,
of
by
your-
the way? Is that all through IBS, or what is this done with?
This is
Irritable
actually
bowel
VMix.
syndrome?
Okay,
Yeah.
I paused
Sorry,
the
not
video.
IBS, OBS, my mistake.
I paused the background video, and you started coming in perfectly clear. So we'll just have static clouds today. How about that?
That's fine, dude.
All right, here we go.
If it works, if it makes me sound better to the audience, I'm fine with it. Shabisky's static, so it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it is OBS that you run it with, is it, Bulls?
Yeah, he
no,
wants to do it.
I run VMix
No.
actually.
VMix, that's right. I forgot VMix.
Yeah.
He mixes it through the letter V.
I know it's a bunch of layers that go like.
Yeah.
OBS
Much
does that too, though.
They say it's much better. So it can be internet. It can be anything. It's fine. It doesn't matter. We're not gonna stress out over it. We're just gonna all shave our pubic hairs and move on.
Have any of you heard about the fires happening in California from the gender reveal parties?
Yeah, I have.
Oh.
heard about that.
I
I
knew
heard
there were
about that.
fires, but I didn't know it was because of gender reveal parties.
I'm not sure how many of them are, but
Oh.
allegedly, like some of the forest fires that have begun recently in California are because some people chose to have a gender reveal party, which, like, in and of itself, I don't think is a big deal. But people choose to do some weird shit. It seems like at these parties, they light off fireworks or explosives, and then
By the way,
next thing you know, California's on fire.
Not to cut you off, but this reminded me. I invited two people to be on the show today that couldn't make it because of the fires in Oregon. Jeff Holiday and Skep Talk Live. They're both are probably having to evacuate their homes today.
I saw the
So
video that
we wish everybody out there in that area to be careful, to get out if you need to. Take care of your families, and we wish you all the best. I didn't mean to cut you off, but that reminded me.
No,
Jeff-
no, it's totally cool. Yeah, best
I
of luck to
invited
Jeff
Jeff.
Holiday.
Yeah, I invited Jeff, and he was like, I would, man. But he even sent me a picture, and so did Skep Talk. Sent me a picture of his community this morning. His whole outside looks red.
Ooh.
So the picture Mems put up.
It's fucking
Yes, for
scary, dude. That shit would be scary as hell to look out your window and see fire. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, so we wish them the best, both of them, those guys, because those are very good friends of mine. And oh yeah, everybody knows who Jeff is. He's a little bitch, but he's my friend. He's a bitch.
Yeah, Jeff Holiday's a cool guy. He's helped me out on quite a few occasions, so much respect to him.
Cool. His wife's awesome, but that's the only reason Jeff's cool, because he's married to a hot chick. Jeff's a bitch.
Why is he a bitch? What do you do?
Because I like to pick on Jeff.
Mm.
I like to pick on all my friends. Like, I call Billy a bitch, Ben a bitch, TJ a bitch. All my friends are bitches. Shabisky's a bitch. But he really is a bitch.
Stop it, Pam. Don't make me
Listen,
cry.
see, you do know you're talking to an intellect here. Like, see, Nate's a pretty smart guy, right? I would consider Nate a pretty intellectual gentleman. So he would probably shit his pants to find out that you thought Alaska was a country.
He did.
I don't remember.
Wait,
this.
Anthony, you thought that Alaska was a country?
He did. He also thought Africa was a country, not a continent.
I mean, Alaska might as well be a country. It's big enough to be one at this point.
That's
So
See, that was my argument.
they have enough
No,
oil
it's
over
too
there.
big to
make
be
it
a
Still
state.
not a
economy.
country,
It's
though.
too big to be a state. It doesn't make sense.
But it is a state.
Nope, it's just a big country.
No, it's not.
They're not even connected to it. It's just like, just secede, do your own shit, make Alaska great again.
But that ain't even the worst of it, dude. We showed him a picture of James Brown, and he thought it was Billy Joel.
A picture.
They
of
showed me a
Brown.
different pic. No, it was all.
James
Oh,
Brown
okay.
is a black man. Billy Joel's a white man.
Who?
Let's do a comparison here. I'm gonna pull them both up and see how
I do
that's.
not know what black.
See, he doesn't even know who they are.
I mean, I know the names. I just need to look at them. I'm not a big fan of these people.
See, if you pulled
Uh,
up pictures of people in front of him, he'd probably be all confused too. It sounds like. You had to look up Billy Joel.
Dude, you didn't know who Rolling Stones were.
It was an accident.
You didn't know what Black Wall Street was.
Well,
No, I've
it's
seen
all
that
learning
movie.
process here. It's the morning education right there.
Don't be nice to him, Nate.
All right, fuck you, Anthony. Fucking idiot. How could you not know Billy Joel?
Yeah.
It was an accident. I didn't Google him.
I don't like it when people are nice to Shabisky.
You're an accident.
Yeah.
Holy
yeah.
shit!
So,
Snake guy's
Shabiz,
going hard.
since we had a little bit of lull here, what is your word of the day?
Oh my god!
I make him
this
get
is
it every
so
day.
much
He has to give me a
work.
word of the day and explain it to me what it means and all that. So, what's your word of the day, Shabisky? You didn't have it ready, did you?
Hold on.
This
Let me
every
get it.
fucking day. You know we do this every day, and yet you still don't have it ready for the show.
Yeah, but sometimes you forget, and I get off. Like,
You get off.
no, I get off the hook. I mean, well, I get off too.
Get off.
Just stop talking.
Get off on
I-
him.
I get off.
forgetting.
Thinking, yeah.
By the
time
way,
I-
Missy, you know, yesterday when I explained to you about that video that's going around with the dude blowing his brains out in the puppy video.
Oh, wow.
Come
Have
to
any of
find
you
out
actually
that-
watched that, by the way?
But
I
come to
have.
find out, the dude that killed himself is from my hometown. That happened
Really?
in my
Oh, yeah,
hometown.
yeah,
Yes, that happened in my.
right?
That happened in the guy that did it. He lived in my hometown.
You don't know that.
No, I do know that for a fact. So go ahead.
I know my
What's your
kid
word of-
saw the video and
Okay.
he said it was fucked up.
It is
Have any of
fucked
you
up.
seen the film Scanners before?
Scanner?
Yeah, they say he blows half his
There's
head
this
off.
infamous scene in the 80s film Scanners where this guy's like head explodes. Just look up Scanners head explosion scene on YouTube. That's essentially what happened to that guy's face after the gunshot went off.
I mean, half his head went off his body. Makes fucked up, Shab.
Yeah, babe. So the word of the day
Mm-hmm.
is zerts.
Oh, damn.
Zerts.
It means to gulp something down quickly and or in a greedy fashion.
Using the sentence.
I'm gonna zert the fuck out of that tummy.
What is the origin?
Gonna zert my margarita.
I don't know.
You have to have the origin of the word.
Now you're just making everything too complicated, pimp.
My God.
Zerts in that vape.
Zert. I've never heard nobody say I'm going to zert a drink.
Well, it's a word.
I've never heard it.
Heard
I've never.
anyone
I don't
use
know
the
this
word
word. I'll
zert?
be honest with you.
Yeah, I'll type it in the chat so you guys see how it's spelled.
I'm guessing Z-E-R-T or...
No, X.
C-U,
Just put it in
right?
the chat.
Oh, okay.
Spelled pretty weird.
Oh, it's XCR. XCRT.
Yeah,
I would
TZ
That's how
with
that
a
would
Z at
sound.
the end.
Zerts. Huh. It's a weird word.
Yeah. What's up, PT?
What's up, part-time bacon?
PT.
Yeah, so anyways, yeah, zert it. I
I'm
want
gonna
to
zert the fuck out of that drink.
Vagina juices.
Oh, damn.
That was sexual harassment is what that was.
Stop it, pimp.
But she wrote it in the script for me to say to her.
Yeah. She's writing all this.
Yeah. So, no, but I do want to go back to clarify something that I said earlier. I don't hate the so-called debate community online. I don't hate those guys. There's a lot of them I like and I appreciate, and I think the conversation should be had. I just think that a lot of atheists have become very dogmatic with atheism. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not opposed to that idea. Like, define dogmatic in this sense. Like, what makes them dogmatic?
Because they do, but a lot of them do the same things that religious people do. If you're not like me, you're bad.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't see the world the way I see it, you're stupid. You're a moron. And I don't like how they talk down to some of them, not all of them, but how they talk down to people. Like,
Yeah, I do think that is one issue with a lot of earlier examples of atheist figureheads on YouTube, at least, is that a lot of them, like, they had good ideas when it came to, why religion was bad, yet they didn't really know how to communicate effectively with people. Like, being a firebrand is not always the most effective way of winning over people. Sometimes it requires you to have some civility to yourself.
You have to have a discourse. You have to give other people a chance to explain themselves and how and why they believe the way they believe, and then you can, have a bit of civility to you to order to, connect.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just jump down someone's throat all the time, you're not going to connect with that person.
I think along with that, just like the kind of personality that it takes to run that kind of show where you have to be aggressive and on edge all the time, it seems to lead to a lot of falling out. Like, I'm sure all of you remember the online blood sports community that was really popular online back in, like, 2018.
Community,
like, all of those people are totally irrelevant now. All of them had falling outs.
You do realize that's why this show started, right? The Morning Wood started because of that community. Because I wanted to do something opposite of the Morning Kumite, which was the blood sport. I wanted to have something that was goofy where people can laugh and not be trying to tear each other apart. And I'm glad, and just about everybody in that community started eating each other. They started eating each other alive.
I mean, the one exception, I guess, would be the kill stream, which is semi-relevant now, but, like, there's so much drama happening with Ethan Ralph and his sex tape.
And now he's fucking teenagers and doing revenge porn, so...
So, yeah, they'll have a lot of bad PR in that community.
Yeah, so, fuck Ethan Ralph for sending out a video of him fucking a 19-year-old or whatever.
That was disgusting.
Yeah, he got a weird-shaped dick, too.
It's kind of sad. There are actually people that I know who were friends with the girl in that video, and they're warning her for a long time, this guy's bad news, don't get associated with him, but for whatever reason, she was drawn to that kind of personality, and then lo and behold, now the video's out, and her image is being destroyed.
But you are right about him, though. He was one that came out of that community that still had success and was still doing well. Mm-hmm. And he may keep on doing well because people have got over sex. But the thing about it is he did revenge porn, which was horrible. It's a horrible thing to do to somebody. Mm-hmm. It's a horrible thing. I didn't say underage. I said teenager. Listen to what I said, Greg. I didn't say underage. I said teenager.
Are we going to be canceled?
And 17 is underage, so yeah. But I mean, look, just because they're 18, and if you're 30 something, it's still kind of gross. I mean, they're barely fucking. I mean, and it's also got to do a lot with the mental stuff too. Like, I know 18-year-olds who are way more mature than Shabisky, who's almost 30. But I also know people who are 18 who they're still kids, right? They're still kids. I mean, and they are really. But the age really had nothing to do with it. It's how the reason he put the tape out there was to show the guy he was fucking his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend or whatever. It was just really shady shit, man.
I mean, I'm 25 right now. I'm going to be 26 in November. And, like, right now, I cannot imagine me dating somebody any lower than, let's say, 20 years old. Yeah. Because I just see 18-year-olds online, and it's like, I don't really have anything in common with you.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm not going to talk to you about Fortnite. I don't know. So it just feels so weird.
Yeah, well, you can just sit there and listen to K-pop with them. I mean, shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, fuck, I don't know. I'm 42 years old, so you have to be like pushing 30 before I date your ass.
I mean, if anything, I prefer somebody a bit older than me. I mean, I do like the MILF, so yeah, I want to move up.
Missy. Throw a little twat on him. You're a MILF.
By the way, what do you all think about the rise of sites like OnlyFans.com? I feel like OnlyFans getting more popular could help normalize sex work. For a long time, it's like been a taboo to look at pornography, to do pornography.
Yep.
But I think OnlyFans becoming like a Facebook 2.0 in a way will help finally like break us out of that. Like,
I think OnlyFans is awesome, and I agree with you. I think that we should normalize because
I think everyone it's not something that you need to be ashamed of. Everybody wants sex. Everybody, like almost everybody has sex. I'm not gonna say everyone has it, but like it's not. We've been doing this for hundreds of years.
Yeah,
it's not going away. So to shame the woman for using a commodity that she's just born with, and if that's what she wants to do with it, I completely support it. More power to you.
And the tag that they're all like drug addicts or suffering, that's not true, dude. I know
some girls just like to fuck.
Yeah, and some girls just know that they got something that can make them a lot of money, and they won't always look like that, and they use it while they can, and then when they're 40, they've made enough money to fucking take care of their kids and shit. I know a girl who I went to high school with. She was one of my best friends. She got in the stripping industry. And people bashed her and bashed her and bashed her. But her son were heirs. Her son was taken care of. Her son went to went to school and didn't have to worry about kids picking on him because of his clothes. He was and she did it for her son. And now she don't do it because she's 42 years or 43 years old, and she's actually producing other women now. What she does, she's a manager. And she manages the hookers. She's a pimp.
I'm not sure if I've ever mentioned it to any of you before, but I've actually done like softcore content before.
There
was one guy on Twitter who kept asking, "What's that again?"
Was it gay porn?
I mean, I wasn't like doing anything with other men. It was a video that I made for a guy, but point being, there's a guy that I followed on Twitter who kept posting over and over again asking for shirtless selfies of men. And I thought, hey, this could be a lucrative opportunity. So I contacted him and said, hey, for so much money, I'll take a couple of selfies for you. He agreed. And then I took a couple of pictures and sure enough, got some easy money. And then from there, he wanted more stuff. So then he had some pretty interesting tastes. He asked me to take pictures of myself or videos of myself shirtless and scratching myself. So I would shoot like 5-minute videos of myself just with my pants on, like not showing anything below the belt, just scratching my shirtless body.
That's a little weird, but
and I got some easy money that way. So I can't
see bitch ass punk Rebzion,
mm-hmm.
who's a bitch ass punk. And let me say it again, he is a bitch ass punk. He sold his damn socks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, selling your underwear, selling your socks. Yeah, a lot of that stuff is very.
And he's still a bitch ass punk though. He's a bitch ass punk. Let me make it clear. Rebzion is a bitch ass punk.
I mean, my Patreon right now. You can go. I do lewd pictures on my Patreon.
You can see almost a nipple.
Almost.
And I tell you what, if somebody wants to see a fat dude with a small penis, I'll send you pics.
The one mistake DJ made is not paying for the banana video. He should have sold that stuff.
Yeah.
I'd buy it.
That's true. I'm telling you right now, though, if y'all want to see a very small penis fat guy, and you want to pay money for it, give me your monies.
Oh, damn.
Shabisky will show you a big old foot. He's got
or if you like boobs, just go to my Patreon.
Yeah, Missy's got titties, dude. You know know what I like about titties? Everybody likes it. Even gay guys have respect for titties, man. Gay guys don't look like, even though they don't want to fuck Missy, but I guarantee you, if you ever hung out with a gay guy's ask, "Can I feel your boobs?" Because that's gay guy. Everybody loves titties.
I've turned a gay guy bi.
Well, he was already bi. You can't turn.
Pretty damn gay. Up until I was his first. I was his first girl.
Oh, you was his first bitch?
Yes.
Because you are a bitch.
Yes.
But anyway,
I'm curious if any of you followed the Bella Thorne controversy involving OnlyFans.com.
I think what she did was so wrong.
Okay, then what did she do? Remind me.
Allegedly, she told people that, like, for so much money, she'd give them a picture of herself, like, topless or just fully nude. Mm-hmm. But then, next thing you know, the image that she shared was not actually of her nude. It's like her in a bikini or something like that.
Oh, well, that's wrong. If you're going to tell somebody you're going to do something, you should do it. Yeah, that's wrong.
And then I guess because of that, like,
again? I know that name.
Yeah, isn't she like a musician or an actress?
She's like an actress. She's young. She's got red hair. Real like kind of like rocker.
I want to see a ginger naked.
Cause she is beautiful. She's a beautiful girl.
There's no such thing as a beautiful ginger. I'm kidding, of course. I've seen.
Look her up.
Well, I don't want. She's Caucasian.
Just
you know how I am. My women's got to have melanin on. You know that.
Just because you're looking her up doesn't mean you're gonna jerk it to her after. Just look her the fuck up.
Well, if I look up something, I have to jerk it off to it. I mean, even if it's like Googling electricity companies or something. If I Google it, I'm beating off to it. I Googled milk the other day and I jerked off to it.
Yeah, I got a picture for you over in chat. Don't worry, this one is for sure safe for work.
There you go. That's
safe. Nothing safe. Yeah, I know that chick. She is hot. She's a very beautiful girl.
She's hot.
She's very beautiful, but now she's got small titties.
Yes.
Yeah, she could be thicker. But apparently because of this controversy on OnlyFans.com, like they've capped how much money you can make off individual pictures. So there's a whole bunch of sex workers now who are unhappy about that.
And do you know Wizard of Cause, the YouTuber?
Yeah, I know Wizard of Cause.
Yeah, you know what he did, right? He created OnlyFans, and he actually it's pictures of OnlyFans, like real fans.
I didn't know about that, but yeah, make money off that. More power to him.
That's the kind of thing Nick would do.
It's genius.
Yes, it is.
It's just pictures of fans.
I didn't even know about that, but yeah, I hope he's making some good money off of that.
Yeah, Nick's awesome, dude.
I know back in the day there was like a GoFundMe or something that was like just like help me fund making potato salad.
Yeah,
and the guy actually got a bunch of money for that.
Dude, I remember years ago, before YouTube was even popular, so there was a dude who created a website. He found a rabbit. Y'all might remember, and he said he took pictures of him putting the rabbit in a pot. And sitting in a frying pan. He said, if I don't make $1 million, I'm going to kill this rabbit and eat it. He made $1 million.
Jesus Christ, what are we all doing here on YouTube?
Yeah, dude.
There's so much we could be doing right now.
That Nick is going through some shit right now.
Yeah, I know.
So send some good vibes his way.
Yeah, I know about Nick. I talked to him the other day. Nick comes on the show a few times, quite a bit. He's a good guy, man. So yeah. Mm-hmm. I remember back in the day on eBay there was a dude who sold an air guitar.
Do you still have it with you today, or
no, I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it. Somebody sold it though.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, an air guitar, Shabisky.
I've been trying to sell stuff on Facebook Marketplace, but yeah, it's kind of difficult. I found.
Yeah, back now you can't do that shit these days on eBay. But back in the day, dude, you could do some stupid shit on eBay. Like there was a guy who took a spaghetti strainer, put aluminum foil on it, and a clothes hanger, said it was a time machine, and he sold it.
I mean, you can still do that today, I imagine. I mean, I've seen a whole bunch. You ever watch Thunderfoot? Like all the scams out there for
I haven't
free
watched
water and shit. There's so many easy ways to make money just off people who are scientifically illiterate.
I haven't watched Thunderfoot in a long time, but I used to watch his content quite a bit. But here's the thing, dude. I don't watch a lot of content anymore because people just piss me off.
Yeah, there's always a lot of infighting happening on YouTube, but I mean, I think there are a few good exceptions out there, and I think Thunderfoot's one of them because Thunderfoot broke away from the whole anti-feminist community, and now he's like focusing on trying to break down bullshit science.
Yeah, he's doing it. Well, like that's what Jeff Holiday did, right?
Yeah.
Jeff Holiday broke away from the anti-SJW, SJW, and now he does a lot of pseudoscience stuff, and he's become more successful doing that. And good on Jeff, because Jeff's fucking amazing, dude. But I don't watch it. I guess it's just because I've gotten so. Well, it ain't disillusioned. What's the word I'm looking for? It's just so like, with people that the only thing I want to watch on YouTube is goofy shit. Pretty much.
Or are any of you cool showing that picture on screen, by the way, the one that I put in the chat? I found that a while ago on an external hard drive, and it's like, that was like peak 2017. Like, that is a bygone era at this point. It's a picture of, we got Andy Worski, Shoe on Head, Bearing in there. And yeah, like, I found that a lot of these online community, like, group photos, they never age very well. We always look back on it and cringe.
A lot of those people have changed. I mean, like, from the... is that the picture from 2017 VidCon?
It is a MythCon. It's like an actual like illustration that somebody created of like a whole bunch of YouTubers, and like a lot of these people were never friends to begin with, but like people just see them all in the same community, so they assume that, you know, just because they're in the same proximity, therefore they're all friends, and it just looks so cringy in retrospect. Because a lot of these people,
and I know all these people pretty much. And the only one on there that I really can't fucking, well, two of them actually. I see Razor bitches in there, right?
I don't think that's Razor. That's a Styx Hexenhammer.
Oh, they look alike.
Yeah.
I can't fucking stand Razor bitch. Fuck that dude.
He wears a leather watching him debate Kyle Kalinske, and yeah, he got blown the fuck away by Kyle.
But who's Razor bitch?
Razor Fist.
Who's that?
He's a little bitch ass punk motherfucker. He thinks because he wears a leather jacket it makes him tough. Oh, okay. And then of course Worski's little bitch ass. I sound like
around since he showed up.
I sound like an asshole hating on everybody. But Worski publicly admitted to stealthing women. That is about as shitty as you can get. So fuck him. You know what I'm saying? But now there's a couple in there that I'm really good friends with, like TJ. I'm friends with TJ. And a lot of those guys have changed. Like me personally, I've changed from 2016 to now. I am like, hell, I'm a different person than I was last year because I sat down and I looked at a lot of things, and I was one of those edgy motherfuckers. And here's the deal. Like I said the other day, you can still be edgy, but it's time to move on from what you're being edgy about. We've already done all that shit. And like these motherfuckers that just gotta say the N-word. Why? Why do you feel like you need to say the N-word? Shut the fuck up and move on from that shit.
What I really hate is the argument out when it comes to the N-word. I hate the argument. It's just a word. Like, yeah, sure, the N-word in a vacuum is simply a word, but in the context of America, in the context of our history, we understand the implications of this word. We understand that it has a history surrounded by slavery, of Jim Crow.
There's a lot of
we know what this word means in context, so you can't really separate it from that meaning.
There's a lot of pain that comes along with that word. A lot of bad that comes along with it. Like waving the Confederate flag. Like, what is my heritage? Well, that's a part of your heritage you shouldn't be proud of. You fucking idiot. I mean, and what I really don't understand is like people in like where Missy's from Connecticut. And she's been telling me about all these people running around with Confederate flags on the truck. That don't even make goddamn sense. That state wasn't even a part of the Confederacy. What the fuck?
Now, with you being in Missouri, is that a big thing, the Confederate flag being flown?
Mississippi.
Mississippi, my mistake. Yeah, is that a big thing?
Well, it depends on what part of Mississippi you're from. No, I had to explain this sometimes. I'm from Northeast Mississippi, so I'm more close to Memphis. So it's like bluesy area. So we have our rednecks, but it's not as like the more south you get, the more rednecky you get. Now we do have a lot of rednecks right here, but it's the Confederate flag is a thing. Not as big as you would think it is for it being Mississippi. The thing that I don't understand is why people like wave the Confederate flag and the American flag together. I'm like, do you not know what the Confederate flag actually meant? They didn't want to be a part of America. It was a treasonous flag, but they don't understand. A lot of people do it because they think it's cool. Or they're trying to be edgy and rebels and stuff, but they need to educate themselves to what the flag really meant. And like a lot of times the people that wave the Confederate flag are actually waving the Dukes of Hazzard flag and not the real Confederate fucking flag. It's like these people seem really dumb, right? And they are. They're not. That's the thing. I don't like to call people stupid around here. I like to call them ignorant, because ignorance is not an insult. It means a lot of people don't know, but they think they know. And so, yeah.
Well, yeah, I think that due to a lot of these recent conversations been having when it comes to BLM or when it comes to different TV shows like John Oliver, a lot of people now are more aware of the history of the Confederate flag and just the history of America in general.
Yeah,
I think a lot of Americans are becoming...
And I've got faith in our state and in a lot of the southern states, because the younger generation that was raised by the internet are growing up, and one day they will be in power, and I think things will change then. Now, right now, we're still run by the good old boy system. But one day that will change in the younger folks. I just hope they don't get tainted by the time they get to that situation.
Yeah, I hope not. I think that more and more Americans are becoming disillusioned with this like weird blind worship of the founding fathers of our history, and we're having a much more critical analysis now of our history and saying, yeah, we had a lot of good things happen in this country, but a lot of bad things happened, and we can see both perspectives, and we can try to improve the negatives of our past.
See, I was lucky when a lot of people ask, like, how did you turn out the way you did? Because I was lucky to have a parent that I had. I was raised by a hippie woman. My mother was a hippie, right? My mother was like peace, love, and all this shit. And her best friend was a black gay guy growing up. So I never was raised by hate. I was raised in a house where you respected and loved everybody until they disrespected and didn't love you. That's the kind of house I was raised in. So I was one of the lucky ones in the South. And that's the reason I turned out how I did. But it's sad to look around and see people like voting red all the time. And then they wonder why our state's the poorest state in the union. Well, it's because we don't change. You know, we have to move on. And it's hard for people to move on, Nate. It really is. For a lot of people, it's hard for someone to just move on. But I think we're seeing that, like, right now with what's going on with black people, right? I used to, like, in 2016, I argued against Black Lives Matter sometimes. And it wasn't, but I think Black Lives Matter now is different than it was in 2016 also.
Oh, yeah. Like that's how I checked. The support for BLM in this country is at, like, I think 62%. So, yeah, like 2/3 of the country are in support of BLM. Yeah. Whereas, like, back in 2016, like, America wasn't quite there yet. A lot of people were more critical of it. And sure, there are negative aspects of it, but they're like the small vocal minority.
Yes, there's always going to be extremists that try to fuck up everything. We get that. But the movement in the organization is also different. The Black Lives Matter movement has took on its own legs, right? In my opinion, it's took on its own personality, and people are starting to really understand why. Because you really have to go and read the statistics, right? Black men are 2 times more likely to get killed by a police officer than a white man. 2 times more likely. And that is with us being the majority. So that is scary. That's very scary. And like I talked about this a couple times. One of my good friends, Hannibal from the Hannibal Monty show, He went to college. All this stuff. He's a black man. But you put me and him. I did not go to college. Hell, I didn't even graduate high school. But you put us in certain situations. I'm going to get the advantage simply because of my tone of my skin, which is fucking wrong. And so I'm saddened by the world. I really am. But I think we can change, and I think we will change. It's just we need more powerful speakers like Shabisky.
Well, I will say, like, the first step to making a change in this world is identifying a problem, and now we actually are having these conversations finally, so that we're already at step 1. Now we just move on to step 2, step 3, step 4, and then we'll finally be there.
Yeah, and I don't like to sit around and talk about it too much because I am a white guy, and I don't want to act like I'm here to, like, because I don't understand the plight of the black man, because I'm a white dude, but I am here to say I am an ally. As much as you let me be. And so that's all I'm saying. But we do need more powerful speakers like Shabisky.
That's what I'm here for.
You've probably said 10 words this whole goddamn conversation.
What? No.
Is Shabisky part
I've been
black?
talking constantly. Yeah.
No, Shabisky's part's stupid. And the other parts are more.
I mean, your hat's black, so you got that going for you.
Yeah. I got the black hat.
You know what we haven't hired today, Shabisky? Money music.
Yeah, I don't think anybody likes us.
Well, I think it's
They hate us. What?
What is money music? Is that like kind of like on the
Tips.
stripping sites where you get so much money you have the coin ka-chink?
Yeah,
Yes,
Missy starts stripping.
When somebody
As soon
tips,
money
the
music
the
starts.
music will play on the thing and the message will pop up, and we call it money music.
Missy's got a stripping pole right off to the side there. She turns
She
the
does.
camera as soon as we get a big enough tip, and she just starts dancing. It's great.
She likes to give hand jobs to black guys who tips. And don't forget the zeros, guys. Picking files. You talk too much, Shabisky. Shh.
Sorry.
You know why his name's Picking Files, right? I named him that because he's a photographer, and I don't know why the falls part came out of it. Like dick and balls, picking files. That's what it is.
What's it called again, by the way? The money sound?
Money music.
Well, I'll
Music
tell you
fun.
what. If we hear money music, both Missy and I will strip simultaneously. How
There
about
you
that?
go.
Whoa.
Damn, Missy.
Yeah.
He threw you under the naked bus. There's money.
Oh my
music.
god.
I love
Tara
ya.
done it. I love you.
I love ya.
I love you too, baby. Thank you, Tara.
Tara.
We don't say Tara here because we know how to say your name properly. It's Tara.
So that's a song now?
Yeah.
All right, then. I guess here we go.
All right, show your asshole.
No, don't show your ass.
Don't worry, I'm not.
You gotta pull on
He's
your
actually
nipple
gonna-
hairs.
He's gonna do it for $5. He's a cheapo, ain't he?
No, it's a joke.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh
joke.
damn. Yeah, pull your nipple hairs. Oh, look at the nipple hairs. Oh my god. Oh, I just want to tug on them nipple hairs. Oh my god.
Chicken on the stripper pole.
Oh
Money
damn.
music.
Damn, gave $10.
Look at his asshole.
He definitely forgot a zero there today.
What the fuck, PT?
No,
Just-
that's okay.
just
Money's
spam the
good.
nine.
Money's dry. Money's dry. I understand.
Yeah. Oh damn.
Thank you for. Hey, there's Finn. What's up, Finn? Finn's a big tipping bitch.
I just cummed.
This guy just rubbed his neck.
You calmed over Nate talks to you for dancing? Damn, Shabisky, you're easy to lay. Missy didn't do nothing. Missy just sat
I was
there.
gonna tell him it was a joke and he didn't have to do it.
He's like, no,
I'm
strip
yelling
time.
like,
We got
no, you
$5.
don't have to. It's a joke.
Missy, you gotta take your shirt off now.
I'm mad of my word.
Stand right where it is.
Missy.
Come on,
Missy, your
Missy.
turn.
You do what he just did. We want to see that. Get up against the wall and shit. Come on.
Oh, the morning wood for a reason. Come on.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh no. Not for $5. No.
You got Tara excited. Tara's very excited.
Not for $5.
Yeah.
If somebody
All right, for
tips
how
50,
much then?
50, Shabisky will do it.
No. I'm not like Nate here. I'm not gonna do that. If I would have.
What's the tip 1,000? Would you do it for 1,000?
Oh my God, I don't know. No.
Really? You wouldn't do it for 1,000? I split it with you.
Why are you trying to pimp me out, pimp?
Don't be a little bitch, dude.
Part of his
I've done it and I'm fat.
The slut. He's ready to go.
Seen me. I don't understand why you're so self-conscious, dude. I'm a big old fat dude. You seen me get damn near naked on camera and shit. You're a little skinny fucker. Why are you so self-conscious? Do you have like genital warts or something on your nipples?
I got really. There's no hair around my nipples.
Do you have like a Shanny for Christ forehead nipple on your chest or something?
Yeah, right in the middle.
Do you know who Shanny for Christ is, Nate?
Shanny for Christ. I'm afraid not.
Oh, you should
I'm-
thank your lucky
lucky.
stars
Yeah,
that
I'm
you do
jealous.
not know who that woman
Is
is.
this an insane person?
Yes.
Oh, dude.
Something like that.
Oh my! Who's the name of that one chick? I know that TJ's covered her quite a bit. She's the one that's obsessed with like people from the Star Trek series.
Oh, Gail Cord.
Yeah, Gail.
Gail,
There we
yeah.
go. The old middle-aged lady.
She's crazy.
Yeah, Gail's crazy. Shanny is
Evil bitch.
evil. She made fun of a man that died. She freely says the N-word in a demeaning way, like not even
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
there's
but
no
this guy sexually
there's no
harassed
right
her.
way.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and
Sexually
another thing
harassed
she
her.
did. By the way, I got something to tell you guys here in just a second.
She
Another thing
sexually
did
harassed
was
me.
when the pandemic first started, people started losing their jobs and shit. She made fun of those people for not being able to work and and complaining about not having money. She made fun of them because she's lucky because she married into money or got a boyfriend that's got money, which is fucking ridiculous. But Shanny's a bad person. She accused me of being a sexual harasser and raper because I said she had a stank pussy.
He said that her pussy smelled like boiled bologna and Play-Doh.
Yeah.
That's the thing about it. There's like no filter for who can go on the internet, so you will find the crazy eventually.
She's a
Yeah,
bad
but
person. And I normally would never make fun of people's looks. I don't give a fuck. But if you're a bad person, I think you put yourself up for that. And she has a big ass goddamn thing on her forehead that looks like a nipple.
I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I totally agree with that philosophy. Maybe like a couple of years ago, I would have agreed with that. But I mean, like, you wouldn't call a black guy the N-word just because they're a bad person, right?
Oh, I would. No, I'm joking. No, I wouldn't. Of
No, but
course.
Shanny would.
But Shanny does.
She'd do it 20 times in a row
Yeah.
on a video.
On a live video.
And she was also making fun of me. She came in and said, talk about me being fat, and she's
Well,
fat.
yeah, that's how it started. She came in like, "Pimp, you're a fat piece of
She
shit.
just called me
Fuck
a fat
you, you
piece of
smell."
shit and stuff. So I said, well, your pussy smells like boiled bologna and Play-Doh.
Many of you
And
mind
then-
linking her channel or her account in the chat so I can
Oh,
check it out for
no.
myself?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Go
I'll
check
look at
out
it.
me instead. I'm the greatest.
All right, then. I'll look you
For
up instead.
Hang on.
Yeah, me. I'm way better than Shanny.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Shut up. Oh wait, no. Rev donated
She's
50
live
the other
right
day.
now.
I take that
actually.
back. Rev and
Well,
Shanny.
by
are
the way,
crazy.
here's the thing. Yesterday they were live, and I went in there with my other account, my Pimpmunk Live account, and Rev was like, "Hey, Pimpmunk, hey, Pimpmunk," like he does, and she said, "Well, he's not gonna do anything but make fun of me." And I said to Tamara, oh, "No, I'm not. I'm not going to make fun of anyone." And that's all I said. I started to, but then I just left.
Mhm.
But she is a bad person. I mean, she really.
She sexually harassed me as well.
Yeah, she's not a good person. She's not. And
Well, I mean, she's throwing around the sexual harassment, or she's throwing that around, and like, if anything, she was doing it to other people, because
Yeah.
she was sending Missy nudes, she was sending pimp stuff, but yeah, unsolicited. We didn't want it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
she's
see
never
that,
uploaded.
Anthony, you're a big fan of GTA 5, I see.
Oh
If
yeah.
you're interested, by the way, I do like playing a lot of GTA 5 like every Wednesday, so if you want to join my personal crew of friends, yeah, you're more than welcome to join us.
you don't want him to join.
Yeah.
What is your rank right now? I'm at like, I think 57 right now.
Crazy enough, I just hit 500. And
Holy
it's actually,
shit! Yeah, you totally outranked me. Christ.
yeah, it's legit too. I've had that account.
That's all he does. He sits there and plays games. He doesn't do anything else
He's
in life.
good. He actually he's one of the few people that, because I've played like original GTA and stuff, and like I haven't played the newest version of it yet, but I've watched a lot because my kid is really into it as well. And Shab is one of the only people that I've seen play GTA using the BMX bike, like exclusively almost.
Oh, this is totally exciting. I'm so happy. With this conversation.
Yeah,
It's
I've become a bit
exciting
of, like,
for
a
people
GTA
who are
addict
like
recently.
into it. Okay, Pimp.
I'm just so excited about this. This makes me
Untwist your
extremely
britches.
happy.
All right.
So, what GTA is your favorite? Like Vice City or San Andreas?
Oh
or
my God, y'all fucking annoying.
I think probably San Andreas.
Good choice.
Oh fuck
Yeah, I
off.
love the open world environment. Yeah, there's so much to do in that game. It's a classic PS2.
Yeah.
Why don't you suck a dick?
Well, actually, I know there was like the hot coffee mod or whatever it was called in that game, where like if you like modified the code or something, there's like a hidden sex team, like a sex tape moment or whatever in the game.
Or you could just really have sex.
That too.
Yeah.
Video games or having sex? That is the question.
Yeah. I think sex is better than video games. But no, I'm not a gamer. I'm not. I don't really. I'm just fucking around with you guys. I don't hate on people. I do have a fucking console. I have a PS4 that I've never played but like twice in my life. I don't know. I just can't get into. I don't have the patience for it. That's one thing. I don't have the patience for gaming. I get upset. I throw things. I want to hit people. So I just stick with jerking off to Chatterbait.
That's a good
Any
game.
models you have that you're a fan of?
If
tell us what
they
you jerk
have
off
a if they have a vagina,
And you have
and
some
they're black, I'm
recommendations,
cool.
Pimp.
If they're black and have a vagina, I'm cool with it. That's my favorite model.
Yeah. Pimp does have a thing for the melanin.
Yes, I do have a thing for melanin.
I see that Anthony has a thing for it too. I'm looking at your account right now. I see that you were in the WAP music video.
Oh yeah. I'm famously
He's a
known
weird.
for
He's a
being in
weird
that.
ass pussy.
Yeah, I'm a weird ass pussy. Yeah.
Touch that dingly thing in the back of my throat, bitch! It's a tonsil. Shut the fuck up. That song sucks. That's a horrible fucking song, by the way.
I'm sure you've all seen the Ben Shapiro's coverage of it by this point. Like everyone's been making fun of Ben for getting so angry over just like a little sexual song.
My doctor
He thinks it's a list of what feminists want.
My doctor.
That's what feminists fought for. Okay.
His doctor wife says the vagina doesn't get wet.
I'm not sure if any of you saw that I made a video about like 3 or so months ago about Ben Shapiro, just like breaking down some of his worst arguments that I came across. And
I actually did. I watched that video last night.
oh yeah, surprisingly or maybe unsurprisingly, yeah, there were quite a few people in my fan base, it turns out, who were hardcore fans of Ben, who were not too happy about that one.
Really?
That seems to be what happens if you're part of like the anti-SJW community for so long. You tend to collect a more conservative following over time.
Yeah.
And now that I'm covering more right-wing bad figureheads, now I'm having a bit of a fallout occur from that. So yeah, I want to diversify my content more in the future, because I've gone after like left-wing figures for so long, and now I have this like disproportionate amount of people in my fan base who are more right-wing, and I want to make it more of a wide range of people now.
Yeah, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Serious arguments that may happen in your chat at some point.
Yeah, I want to make a video I want to release a video pretty soon where I respond to some of the counter arguments I got in the comments section, because it is kind of concerning.
Well, who right now, Nate? Who pisses you off the most right now? Who's pissing you off right now?
Like people that are popular, or just like
anything just really up your crawl right now.
Up my crawl right now, probably the alt-right movement right now on the internet. I'm not sure if any of you have ever heard of the Groyper Army.
The what army?
The Groyper Army.
No, I guess I have, and I usually don't.
I mean, like, you know how there were people like the alt-right movement on the internet back in like 2017 or so with people like Richard Spencer and the like?
Yeah.
Well, for the past like 2 or 3 years, they've been trying to rebrand under a new moniker, which is the Groyper movement. There's this one conservative Catholic alt-right guy called Nick Fuentes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know Nick Fuentes.
He's a Holocaust denialist, an anti-Semite, a racist. I mean, it's
He
pretty
fucking sellout. A complete fucking sellout.
He has me blocked on Twitter for some reason too.
That's the thing, is that Nick seems to like mass block people because he wants to avoid getting flagged down. So anybody.
Well, also, if you've had anything to do with any of his enemies, right? Like DP's been enemies of his. I think that's why. I think I'm blocked from Nick Fuentes just simply because I'm connected to DP.
Now, I'm not blocked by Nick, but I had a short back and forth with him maybe about a year or two ago because there was a clip of him going around like denying like the pedophilia issue in the Catholic Church, or I think he said that the issue of pedophilia in the Catholic Church is due to the Catholic Church allowing homosexuals to become priests. And I pointed out that I provided him like multiple studies showing that actually, you know, pedophilia is not really a homosexual or a straight issue. Like if you're a pedophile, you'll really go for anybody. And the minute I provided him those links, like if you look at our conversation now on Twitter, like he deleted his replies back to me. So yeah, I think he realized that he fucked up there. But I do see Nick growing a following online, and I do think that there's some pushback to him and his movement.
Yeah, he's got a large following. And he's got his followers are like obsessed. Mm-hmm. Like if you insult him, they'll come after you.
Oh yeah, they are dedicated. They're almost cultish, I would say. I know that a couple of outlets like Facebook and YouTube have gotten rid of him, but for whatever reason, Twitter has yet to take him down. And I've seen Donald Trump, amazingly, sharing posts from a couple of like Nick Fuentes associated accounts.
Oh God, that's even cringier.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you say anything positive about Trump, he'll tweet you.
True.
Yeah, he's pretty obsessed.
I'm gonna do that right now.
Trump, good. Get retweeted.
Trump for president.
What you should do right now, Shabisky, just start some online drama. You should tweet at Rebzion and call him a cunt bitch.
Oh, Reps.
I've been telling Leafy that Shab doesn't like him, but he isn't paying attention.
Leafy is here, or a different Leafy?
Sucks. Yeah,
Leafy is here.
Leafy is here, but his chin isn't, though.
Repsion is farting a bunch today. I saw it on Twitter. He tweeted it out.
What?
Yeah,
he's got gas.
Yeah, he's got gas, guys. Repsion's been farting all morning, guys. It's a big issue. I should do a video on this. Like, I should start reporting on Repsion, but like report on everything I can possibly do that's just stupid. Repsion has been farting all day, according to this.
Rebzion and his girlfriend are a couple of cunts.
Yeah.
His girlfriend's a racist twat, by the way, anti-Semitic bitch. And she went on a rant, did some, anti-Semitism shit. She really is. I'm not joking. She's a racist. And she's also a cunt because she fucking started some shit with me one time. And Rebzion's just a little bitch. And I don't care that if he knows.
What did Rep do?
Oh, he's just a bitch.
He was himself.
He was himself. Me and Rep's never been ones that we always kind of bumped heads because we just, I don't know, our personalities kind of clashed. And when we met, we didn't get along very well. And then he said some shit about me on DP one night that really pissed me off because it's untrue. And yeah, so he's a little cunt bitch.
Repsion has a personality?
No. But no, if you do like Rebzion, that's fine. I'm totally cool. I'm not one that says, "Oh, you can't be friends with this person because I don't like them." I hate people like that. I hate people. But me and Rep don't personally like each other, and that's about it.
I mean, From what I've seen from MissyAnn, I mean, he does call out a lot of bad actors on the internet, so I'll give him props for that.
He calls
But I
out
have seen
one
there
bad
is like
actor constantly.
Onision. Let's
He's
see what his next video is about. Onision.
And the thing, and the reason that's bad, it's not bad that he did that. It's hypocritical that he did that, because there was a YouTuber named Joey Sparkles who did the same thing, and he talked shit on Joey, saying, "You're obsessed with Onision, you shouldn't do it." And then he didn't win, did the same thing when he found out he could make money at it.
He just wanted to be the only one doing it.
Yeah, I know a bit about Joy. Like her entire career was like her making like 2 videos every day about Onision, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And Rebzion does the same fucking thing.
Well, I will say, yeah, I do think that Onision, like the Onision drama, is kind of spilled over to a point where it's just like
it's played out.
He's a bad person. He does cringy stuff. What more is there to say at this point?
It's played out, and plus there's no proof that he did this shit to teenage girls. There's really no, and I am a person of due process, right? I do believe and there's no proof of it. It really, nobody has showed proof. And Nishan's a piece of shit, don't get me wrong. But there is no proof of him doing this to teenage girls. And so we shouldn't convict him for that, you know. But we all know the public court is way worse.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as far as him actually molesting an underage girl, I don't see any proof of that so far. But I will say that he does have a poor influence on young girls. He seems to attract a lot of them. And I think that he uses his power at points to manipulate them. Like there was that whole like forum thread he did where he like, you know, insulted underage girls when they gave him like sexual.
Oh, he's a creepy fuck, dude.
Yeah.
He's a creepy, and he's a piece of shit, dude. Don't get me wrong, Nishan's a piece of shit. But, you know, we can't. Here's what I've always said about anybody. When they're an obvious piece of shit, you don't have to make up things about them. Talk about the shit that you know for a fact, right? And we know that there's a lot of things about Anisha that he's done publicly that makes him a piece of shit. If you don't have proof on the other thing, then we really shouldn't be throwing that accusation out. That's all I'm saying.
My advice would be, when it comes to people that you idolize online, just kill your heroes. I mean, you can like somebody online, but more often than not, like down the road, they will let you down.
Yeah.
Not this person has been a hero to me at any point, really, but have any of you followed the Ellen drama?
The Ellen DeGeneres drama?
Yeah, where people are coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah, dude. I've
for
been
the past like month saying
that
she's a horrible person.
Apparently, she's not the person that a lot of people thought she was.
I never heard about that.
Allegedly, she got like some waitress fired because when she gave her food to Ellen at her table, like she had chipped nail polish, and I guess like chipped nail polish triggers Ellen, so she complained to the manager, and the manager then fired this waitress.
Yeah,
all over that.
Because she had chipped nail polish. Yeah, I've read on that one. And apparently she's like a super duper asshole to her staff.
Yeah, like she doesn't seem to really acknowledge when like other people are on the show with her. Like there was I guess like warnings, like if you're gonna go on the show with her, don't be funnier than Ellen. You don't want to like steal her thunder or whatever. There have been a whole bunch of complaints. It seems like the biggest issue, though, is that there are other producers on the show who are now retiring because accusations came out that they were sexually harassing other staff. So that seems to be the peak of the issue. Yeah, there were producers who were sexually harassing people behind the scenes.
Yeah. And that one dude's just creeping me out in the chat room over Missy. I'm gonna be honest with you. That was kind of getting creepy there, so I got rid of his ass. Yeah, which Missy is a beautiful, lovely lady, but you were being creepy about it, dude. And Finn, where's my fucking tip at, you sexy bitch? Don't make me beat the shit out of you.
Is there a lot of sexual harassment in the chat right now?
Well, just sometimes people come in and don't know the difference between the people on the screen being entertainers and being really harassing people in the chat room. That happens from time to time. So, they can't. Some people see me make a joke or two with Missy, and Missy knows it's a part of the shit we've talked about this. You can ask Missy how many sexual statements I've made about her offline. When we've talked on the phone, zero, absolutely.
1 million.
That was Me and Missy talks on the phone a few times, and I would never. It's all part of the entertainment thing here. When we do make jokes, you can't do that in the chat room because it seems creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
always maintain professionalism behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and plus, if you ever talk to Missy on the phone, her accent's different. I'm telling you, this is so weird.
I swear to God, I don't know where you're getting
like
this
person
from.
Minnesota when you talk to her on the phone.
No.
The first time I talked to her on the phone, I'm not lying, I busted out laughing.
You did.
I did, but because she was like, "I am Missy from Minnesota."
I didn't. I don't know where you're getting this
Hello,
from.
don't you know?
But
I will say this, Missy. I think that you would do an excellent Tifa cosplay.
yeah, what's Tifa?
Oh, it's a character from Final Fantasy.
Okay.
So I'll just put that out there. An idea maybe for your Patreon.
All right.
Let me look up Tifa.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, you're Tifa, Missy.
She's Queen Latifah?
Yeah.
No, just Tifa, Tifa.
Miss Latifah. Missy Latifah.
Miss Tifa.
Miss
Oh,
Tifa.
okay.
I don't know about
You
this.
can do that. That's cute.
Let me see here. I think she's Bebe from Bebe's Kids.
Oh god, that's an old school. I've never even watched a movie. I've just seen like the Nostalgia Critic review of that film. So who would she be from that?
She would be that mean little fucker. Okay, this Tifa thing, it's like an anime character?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, fuck y'all.
It's from a video game. That's usually what cosplays are, Tim.
I didn't hear nothing. I wasn't listening to him. He's a guest.
Cosplays usually come from you playing a character from an anime or a manga or a movie
I know what
or
cosplay
story.
is, Missy. Don't explain
It's normally something
Missy,
like
shut
that.
up!
Just making sure you understand this, Pat.
Missy's not that high today, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, from what I can tell, the cosplay industry is pretty lucrative. I mean, I could imagine Pimp. You could maybe be Dr. Eggman. I think you'd be good for that cosplay.
I was thinking about doing
That
cosplay
sounds like
stuff
him, so.
or just starting to sell my feet pics. 'Cause feet pics are weird.
I'm going to
but
sell pictures of my third testicle.
people pay a lot of money for them for some reason.
I would do feet pictures, but I was unfortunately cursed with flat feet, so I'm not sure if there's a big market for that.
I don't know. I just know you can make a lot of money doing it. So I figure why the fuck
People
not?
make shit tons of money doing it. There's a market for that. I mean, for like feet pics and shit. The foot fetish thing is huge. The foot fetish is huge. I like feet, female feet, but now here's the I don't get off on female feet. They don't even make me hard, but there is something sensual about
Have you ever had a girl try to jerk you off with her feet?
I've had women jerk me off with their feet, yes.
I don't get that.
It's friction and it works.
I get that.
I mean, the skin is a bit too tough down there, and it kind of makes it.
Well,
more
not if the woman
difficult
takes
to-
care of their feet. It's not tough. You must be going with some goddamn cave women, bitch.
Ouch.
Walking around on rocks and shit. What the fuck? Missy's got lovely, beautiful. I've never seen Missy's feet.
Can we see them right now?
She's got moles on her toes. She's got toe moles.
I'm not putting my
Missy,
feet
how
up
much
there.
for the feet?
I don't know. I have to research this. and
Just
see
show
what-
the fucking feet, bitch.
Play with your feet, Missy.
No.
Suck on them.
Yeah, suck on your
To
pinky
do
toe.
that, I'm gonna have
Suck
to
on your toe,
lean
Missy.
back, and you guys are gonna get a complete crotch shot, and that's just not gonna happen.
It'll be an accident. You could just say it was an accident. It'll be fine, Missy.
I like crotch shots, Missy.
I'm sure you do.
So what is up with hey, there's some new trends going on with women right now that I don't understand. I mean, one of them I like, the other one I hate. Okay, the one I hate is pussy hairs making a comeback.
I mean, if it's like well groomed down there, if it's nice
No,
and trimmed,
I
it isn't
want
a
it
big
to be
deal.
as prepubescent as possible.
So you prefer it totally shaved down there?
Yes, I want that motherfucker gleaming. Like Mr. Glow has been down on that motherfucker. I want some gleaming ass ball puss. But
so
now,
you want it to have like a 4-year-old girl look down there.
yeah, as prepubescent as possible.
All right.
But now the other trend that's going on that I like is the no bra thing is coming back.
Mm-hmm.
But now here's another one that I don't get, and it's okay, it's whatever, is back in my day, the women didn't like having camel toes. But all of a sudden now everybody's pulling their drawers up to get camel toes.
They're selling things that you can put in your underwear right now to make it look like you have a bigger, fatter camel toe.
Yeah, they're even selling objects to make you look like you have a camel toe. Camel toes are popular now. See, back when I was in high school, if a girl had a camel toe, she'd get embarrassed and run to the bathroom and cry.
I'm curious, by the way, what do you all think of the ahegao expression?
It sounds like you sneezed.
Yeah, that's the expression. Missy, of course you'd know. Yeah, it's like this anime orgasm expression. I gotta say, I mean, people think it's weird. I think it's pretty fucking hot. Some people can pull it off, and if they can, then yeah, it's pretty hot.
I mean, if it's what gets you off.
I can't do that, Finn, because I don't have a camera right now. That's the reason you don't see me on camera, but see, Finn, you're being a bitch. Now you have to tip. You're on the clock, Finn. I was fucking with you before, but now you have to clock the tip.
Did we forget what happens in the second hour?
No, we did it, didn't we?
I don't know. I might be really high.
I thought we did it, Shab, didn't we?
We're an hour and a half in right now, so what happens now?
We didn't do it. I think Miss
we didn't
right.
do this. Okay, what happens in the second hour, Miss?
We eat a man.
We eat a man. That's what I tell you to give us money, and you do so. In the description below, Shabisky has a Patreon. Please throw him a few bucks. He deserves it. Missy has a Patreon. Please throw her a few bucks. She damn sure deserves it. The producer man has a Patreon. And as we talked about yesterday, he needs a new computer so he can produce better. So definitely help him out there. And I have a Patreon, Streamlabs, and a direct link to PayPal. If you want to tip, I appreciate it highly. I'll also throw him a cash out in the chat room if you want to do it that way, which is a good way to do it. That's not my hashtag. There we go. But anyway, there we go. So if you want to tip, do that. Tomorrow on the show, we have Captain Kirsch and Scientist Mel will be on here. So two lovely, beautiful, smart, funny chicks will be here tomorrow. So enjoy the vagina show. And speaking of vaginas, Nate Talks to You is here.
Yes, I'm still here.
Yeah, he's here. And Shabisky hasn't ever had vagina, so he's got to
tell people.
He's got a girlfriend. He claims that he has a girlfriend, but we never see her. We see him talking to a figure offline, which I think is his mom.
I mean, he has a green screen. He could superimpose the girl back there behind him to help out.
Yeah, but he would fuck up and put a famous chick that everybody knows behind it, knowing that he didn't date her.
What? No. Yeah, I'll put a porn star behind me or something. It'll be great.
Put somebody that maybe look up an obscure name like, I don't know, Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett.
Yeah. Nobody
Hey,
ever
Scarlett. Hey,
dude,
babe.
that is one beautiful female right there. We'll say that. By the way, before we end, there is something I wanted to do today. I got a little list here. Oh shit. It's not what? I lost my list. Wow, can't do it. It's a list. Oh, there it is. It is. I found it. It's I Well, we're not going to do all of them because it's 121 of them. But movie remakes and reboots, a lot of movies that they're going to be rebooting coming up pretty soon. And some of them I'm not so happy about. Like, I don't really want to see the new Planes, Trains, and Automobiles because I think they're going to be fucking up a classic.
Why? Why? Of all the films to remake, why that? That's a classic film. I remember I had that on DVD when I was younger.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies.
I'm happy
I'm a Steve Martin fan. I'm a huge Steve Martin film fan. So my favorite movie, favorite comedy movie of all time is The Jerk. That's my favorite. But you know who they're rebooting it with, right? The Planes, Trains movie.
Adam Sandler?
No, Will Smith and Kevin Hart.
It's a decent casting.
It's okay casting, but you don't want to fuck up a classic. And let's face it, Will Smith and Kevin Hart are not John Candy and Steve Martin. They're not. They're not on their level. They're just not.
Well, my thoughts are, if you're going to remake any kind of film, like, make it your own. Like, don't just redo shot for shot the entire film all over again. Try to make it distinct from the original. Kind of like the It remake. The It of 2017
the It was pretty decent.
Is very different from the 90s version, and I like both of them.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They're gonna fuck it up.
They're rebooting Ace Ventura without Jim Carrey.
Oh wow, that's gonna be hard to top. But yeah, best of luck to them. Who they're gonna have as Ace Ventura now?
It doesn't say who's starring in it. Now this is gonna be up your alley. It's an anime, Akira.
Akira.
Yeah,
oh, I've seen the anime. Yeah, it's a classic '80s anime. Yeah, they can do a live action. However, I've seen that whenever they try to do a live action anime, it usually crashes and burns. But yeah, I hope they can make it work.
Especially if they involve M. Night Shyamalan. Those suck.
Oh, is M. Night making this one?
I think so, actually.
Oh, great. Yeah, it's doomed to fail. Calling it.
And here's one that I'm a little on the border here with. I'm not sure on the ledge. An American Werewolf in London. They're gonna redo that.
Never watched them before, so I can't.
It's a classic, dude. It's a classic. Was it a great movie? I don't think so, but it's a classic movie I don't know. Just now, this one I'm not gonna name the ones I don't know because I don't know them. Apparently, they're doing the Batman. We already know about that. The Batman movie. Starring what's his name from Twilight.
Yeah, I forget the name right now, but yeah, he's a good actor. I can imagine
the trailer. It looked great. It looked amazing. The trailer actually looked really good. A Big Trouble in Little China. They're redoing that, and The Rock is going to be playing that character. By the way,
Dumber.
If you've seen Big Trouble in Little China, it's a Kurt Russell movie. It's a very good movie, actually.
I'm not sure how I feel about that because I like The Rock in most of his movies, except he's kind of except the Disney ones, but
they're all kind of predictable in my opinion.
They are. But he's not the same character. He can't play the same characters as Kurt Russell does. He just can't.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit.
Now I want to get somebody said in the chat room Chris Pratt would be a good Ace Ventura. I disagree with that. I don't see that happening. That don't make sense.
I don't understand why they can't come up with original fucking stories.
Because originality's hard these days. Here's a movie that they're remaking. It's one of my favorite. Because most of you know I'm an Alfred Hitchcock fanatic, right? And my favorite Alfred Hitchcock movie is The Birds, and they're rebooting The Birds.
I could see that happening, yeah. I mean, the original Birds movie, while it is a classic psychological horror film,
amazing.
At the same time, a lot of the effects in that are pretty dated now. So, yeah, if they can redo all the Birds effects and make it look realistic now, I'd say, yeah, go for it.
They're also doing a new Blade, and Wesley Snipes will be in it. So I'm okay with that one. The Blob. I don't care.
I mean, the 80s version's good enough for me right now, so I'm not really in the big mood for The Blob.
They're redoing Bloodsport without Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I wish they could make it a decent Doom movie finally. I mean, the original, 03
they are
version
redoing Doom.
Yeah, they redid Doom a year or two ago, but it was shit.
Yeah. Well, they're redoing it again, another reboot.
Oh, boy. Who's in this one?
They're redoing Candyman.
Oh yeah, I heard about that one already. Yeah, that looks interesting. Maybe bring back Leprechaun.
Yeah. Car Wash, the Richard Pryor movie. I guess they're redoing that one. I don't know what they're gonna do there. Probably put Kevin Hart in it. They put, honestly. Let's see. The Chronicles of Narnia. They're bringing that back. Cliffhanger. I can't believe they're rebooting Cliffhanger, which is pretty cool, actually.
I could imagine them doing more with Harry Potter, like telling a different plot line now. Maybe like before Harry Potter was born or something like that.
Kind of did what they did with Dark Knight, make it like
That's
a darker
what they are doing, because they
version.
They did the Fantastical Beasts.
Yeah, I remember that one, but maybe telling more like the story of Dumbledore or something. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
They're redoing Clueless, by the way. And
just, like, stop redoing everything.
The Craft. They're redoing that one.
Oh, I will.
That was a witch movie from the time.
If they fuck that up, I will.
I knew she'd like that movie. Look at her. She's pale skinned. Like that movie.
I could just see Missy up there saying, "I bind thee. I bind thee."
This is interesting.
White ribbon.
Yeah, I bind thee. They're rebooting The Crow. That is interesting. I want to see what they do with that. I do. I want to know who's starring in that. That would be cool to find out. So that doesn't say who's going to be starring in it though. Das Boot. They're rebooting Das Boot.
Isn't that like a submarine movie?
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't watched the original, but I mean, I've seen the clips here and there, and yeah, I heard it's like a well-received movie, so yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing more of that kind of stuff back in the industry again.
New Dungeons and Dragons were going to be coming out, which the first one was horrible. Escape from New York, who cares? Every Which Way But Loose, really? They're going to redo that? If you don't know that movie, it's a Clint Eastwood movie where he was a fighter, a street fighter. It was a good movie. I just can't believe they're redoing it. That's kind of weird. Anyways,
there we go.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, the atheist veteran. You forgot 2 zeros, buddy.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Anyway, there's 121 movies that they're rebooting. I'm not going to go through the whole list. That'd just be too much.
Maybe a remake of 1984 for the modern audience.
What do you guys think are the worst movie reboots? Ever.
Worst movie.
The fucking Hellboy one that they did, where he was supposed to be at the end of it, like his dad was alive again and died again, and he was supposed to be somehow King Arthur. Related to King Arthur.
Yeah, I know.
The sword and the stone popped up in the middle of the fucking thing. Like,
I think they should have left Ghostbusters alone.
That too.
I know they had like the all-female Ghostbusters like back in like 2017 or whatever, but aren't they making a brand new one now?
I heard they were. And here's the thing: I don't mind the all-female cast. I just think they should have done it like it was the daughters of the original cast or something like that.
Yeah,
you know?
not like they were the original from the get-go.
Yeah, they should have just done something different with it. I would have been all right. I didn't like the way they did it. Yeah, I don't like that idea. I'd tell you a movie I'd like to see remade, and that's Christine. You know,
yeah, that's a good film. I actually watched it like a couple months ago for the first time, and yeah, Christine, great horror film.
Great horror film. It comes from a Stephen King novel. If you don't know, it's about a car that comes to life and kills people.
And
yeah, I think John Carpenter made that one, and yeah, I love the 80s John Carpenter. I love The Thing especially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, The Thing was great. I would love to see a remake of Christine. I really would. And it always made you think there was going to be a sequel coming anyway, the way they ended the movie.
I wouldn't mind a remake of The Thing itself. That would be a pretty cool movie if they could do it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 2011 one was okay, but it didn't live up to it. So yeah, if they can get a better director to make a third one, then I'd be up for that.
I want to see a remake of Swamp Thing. Honestly, I do. I'm not joking. I would love to see them see what they could do with the CGI effects and shit today of Swamp Thing, and I think it'd be funny. I think it'd be great. But yeah, The Thing would be cool. I guess to me, to answer your question, Shab, to me, the Ghostbusters is the worst reboot.
Yeah. Two that come to mind to me are Jumanji 2 was like it was good in its own way, but it was horrible. It didn't like live up to the greatness of the original
It was just
Jumanji.
a different adaptation, though, right?
It was more of like it wasn't a serious take on the whole thing. It was a very comedic take on it, and I didn't really like that. The first one was what?
The first one was comedic take. Yeah, Robin fucking.
Well, maybe there's a little bit of jokes and stuff, but it was supposed to be a lot. It was more serious, like what's happening and what's going on, and on Jumanji, it's just joke after joke. It's just more of a comedy. Also, Men in Black 3. I don't know about 2, but I saw.
Well, that wasn't a reboot though. That was just a
sequel.
Yeah, sequel. But still, the fucking third one was horrible.
Never watched it. I've only seen number 1 and 2, and 2 is no good either.
Oh, really? Yeah, all the aliens were just like they were weird and not believable. They were just more mythical creatures than what you'd think of as like what aliens could be. Like there was one where it was just like 2 shoes walking. I don't fucking know. They didn't think of good ideas. The original Men in Black, all the aliens were a lot more believable and neat.
More originality.
Yeah.
I see you. I feel you, baby. I feel you.
Yeah, babe.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweetheart, darling. Sugar buns.
Aw. Oh my God.
Mama, Shabisky called you a bitch.
What? It was an accident, Mama. It slipped.
Anyways.
It slipped out.
That's wrong.
Shabisky said I have oral sex with you.
Are there any documentary films you'd be interested in checking out in the future?
Have you seen the new Swamp Thing TV show?
No, I have not.
I've heard of it, never watched it though.
I didn't even know there was a Swamp Thing TV show. And I think you forgot like a 0. Supposed to be 50 instead of 5. I'm just saying.
What was your question, Nate?
I was saying, are there any documentary films you'd be interested in seeing produced?
Oh, see, something I would like to say about a documentary about. Let me see.
Pimpmunk
I'd like to see a new documentary on every fucking person from the Tiger King.
Oh God, yeah, that'd be interesting. I haven't watched the actual show, but I've heard so much about the one wife of the tiger owner and how she allegedly murdered people. So that'd be an interesting backstory.
Carol Baskin, she fucking did. You know she's gonna be on Dancing with the Stars. Carol
Have any of
Baskin's
you seen Wild Wild Country?
Yes, and that is an interesting documentary.
Yeah, I'm not sure for any of you watching. Wild Country is a Netflix documentary about this cult that takes up land in Oregon, and they just grow this very creepy cultish movement. And then you have the natives in the area concerned because they can tell something's up with these people.
Yeah, the guru guy.
Decade-long battle with the natives and them trying to control territory, and it leads to things like assassination attempts. It leads to mass poisoning. Yeah, it's a really creepy story.
It's a really good documentary. Yeah. Making a Murderer is also an interesting.
I haven't watched the entire thing. I've watched season 1 and 2, and that is entertaining as hell.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
I'm looking forward to the Trump documentary that will inevitably come out.
Yeah, it will. I watched the Epstein documentary. That was pretty interesting, and then the documentary of R. Kelly, where the victims talk about what they do.
Surviving R. Kelly thing.
Yeah, surviving R. Kelly. Yeah, dude, that shit made me sad. It really did.
I put off watching that one, but I have seen the Michael Jackson documentary, and that was disturbing too.
Yeah, because he's a kitty diddler. And a lot of people don't want to, come to that agreement, but fuck y'all, he diddled children.
But yeah, what were the leaks in the R. Kelly documentary?
Oh, it was just it was all of his, well, not all of them, but a lot of his victims got up there and just talked about what he did to them. And it was sad. It was just, it was disturbing. That the disturbing thing is how long it went on, how long, and how it was obvious that he was doing it. I mean, there was fucking video of him pissing on a 14-year-old child.
I mean, I know that one from the Boondocks, yeah. So, but yeah, when you're wealthy and powerful and people love you, yeah, you can get away with a lot.
Yeah, it was horrible.
It's really sad.
Yeah. And but now I guess he's finally paying for what he did. So he's in jail now, as far as I reckon.
Didn't somebody try to attack him in jail?
I don't know, but I have no idea. They should. He's a rapist, sick motherfucker. He's a really bad person. But power, man. Money is power, like you said, dude. And the Epstein shit. You watched that documentary. It changed my mind on a lot of things.
Have any of you seen the Chronicles of Chris Chan documentary on YouTube? Well, yeah. Chris now Christine Chandler. There's like a 20 or 30 fucking part documentary all about her backstory from like a decade ago to now. And I mean, like a lot of people are mean spirited towards Christine, but this is like a pretty objective take on what happened.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten through the whole thing. I think I got halfway through and gave up because it's just
it is hard to follow at times.
I'm gonna do a documentary on Channing for Christ.
Oh damn!
I am. I'm gonna do one. And G-Man.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, yeah, that guy has quite a backstory, and also maybe a Brett Keane documentary.
Did you hear what he did recently? What G-Man did recently?
No, I haven't.
We were on DP, Drunken Peasants. I was a guest that night. It was a couple weeks ago when it happened. And we were watching a video of G-Man, so we wanted to call him, and we called him, and we brought him on to fuck with him, right? And we got in, and Billy asked a question about what if he found out he was with a girl and she was actually a transgender. And then he went on one of the worst transphobic rants. Talked about beating her to death with a baseball bat, setting her afire, throwing her out of a window,
running over her with a truck.
Yeah, it was just all kinds of shit. Just got horrible with it. And it was a topic of conversation for a minute there. A lot of people were talking about it. He really pissed me off because a very good friend of mine just came out as trans. And
I will say the good side is that for anybody out there to give that take about beating up a trans person, G-Man is the best person to give it because nobody takes a G-Man seriously. Everybody laughs at G-Man.
Well,
for him, it's like you want to disagree with them by default.
But this was different, though. It had a tone to it like you've never heard G-Man. It really did. Bad. It was a tone to it that people did take it serious. People really did take this serious because it wasn't like your normal G-Man shit. It was different. And it was cruel. And I believe that he didn't act on it, of course, but if you have those thoughts, there's a possibility you could act on something like that. And it's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, from what I've seen, G-Man, as long as he's been on the internet, has always been kind of like a laughing stock.
Oh, he's
at least in the atheist community. So
that's what everybody was talking about too. After that rant he went on, he lost his lolcow status, and became.
Now what is he?
He just a cruel son of a bitch.
A cruel cow.
But he's still a lolcow. They're all lolcows. Shabisky's a lolcow.
Yeah,
he's a lolcow that just now we know is a horrible fucking person.
Yeah. Shabisky wants to beat me. Yes, you, Shabisky.
I mean, didn't G-Man already, like in previous debates, like essentially justify slavery in the Bible?
Yeah.
So we knew for a while he was a scumbag.
And he also said there was no such thing as starving Christian children and stuff like that. And he's just an idiot. He is. He's an idiot. He's an idiot. Plain and simple. Kind of like, Shab, in a way. Come on, Anthony.
What'd I do? Babe? I don't do nothing. Babe. I'm a genius.
No more the babe stuff. I was joking earlier. No more babe.
I mean, what do you want me to call you instead? Ben?
Call me buddy or God.
Buddy
God?
or God.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Buddy God. You can call me Gotti. Put them together and call me Gotti.
Hmm.
I'm pissed off right now, Shabisky.
Why?
Because I ain't heard enough money music.
You know, do any of you feel like we're living kind of through like a new civil rights movement when it comes to trans people?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I feel like we're going to look back on this like current conversation we're having right now regarding trans people, and we're going to see people like Ben Shapiro and what's the name of the Harry Potter writer again?
J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, J.K. Rowling. We're going to look back at all of these people and say like these were the racists of the 21st century.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I want to do my part in any way I can to help, further the right side of history. I do want to counter some of the arguments being put forward by the likes of Ben Shapiro and show why actually, there is a case for why we should treat trans people like human beings and not just treat them like trash.
I think there's a civil rights movement going on in 2 or 3 different ways, man. For trans people, for gay people, and for black people again. I mean, we're going through a new civil rights movement for black people because they're standing up. They're fighting again. They're fighting against what's going on. So yeah, there's definitely something big happening. Of course we are. With all the shit that's going on in 2020, we are living history right now. I mean, we really are. We're going through one of the biggest years of all time, though. One of the worst years in history.
Yeah, this is one of the years that they're going to talk about in the history books when they teach,
Our
they're
going to look back in those pages and see that how Trump led the country doing that stuff, and then we're like, what the fuck, dude?
And depending on the outcome.
Well, I mean,
who do you think's going to be writing those books?
Better happening right now? I mean, before next year, honestly, I don't see nothing. I don't see how he can pull himself out with the pandemic. I mean, because I don't think there's going to be a fucking vaccine until next year, a real vaccine. They've got early stages or something testing or whatever coming up pretty soon, but there's not. I mean.
It takes a good 1.5 to 2 years to make a proper vaccine.
Yeah, it's not going to be. I don't see anywhere. And here, what is it now? In 2 days, September 11th, in 2 days, are we really going to have that annual? Because there was 2,000 people died on 9/11. When we're having those numbers every fucking day now, die in America.
Yeah, we've had essentially like 50 9/11s over the course of a couple of months already, and yet people do not care.
Mm-hmm.
But now, in 2 days, they'll make a big deal about 9/11 when we lost 2,000 people, which we should. I'm not saying we shouldn't because it was bad. But we're losing 1,500 people a day. 1,500 to 2,000 people a day now. And it kind of like puts things in perspective, man. And it's just... Trump's going to get up there and do his little thing and it just makes me sick.
Yeah, the people who are most patriotic during 9/11 are not being very patriotic right now. They don't care about the American people when it comes to this situation. So
exactly.
Who are the real patriots this time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. So this 9/11 is just going to be different to me. It's because, I think we should remember the people who died that day. Of course, we should. It was a sad day. But when we're having those numbers every day, and we just going on his business as usual, it's kind of fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And, this was Shabisky's thoughts that he wanted me to say because he was too, upset.
I don't want to cry in the middle of the speech. Sometimes I get too sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be right back. Bathroom break.
Fuck you. You're not allowed to do that.
He can piss. We got 6 minutes.
You piss your fucking pants. Okay?
I did want to when he's going, we can do some shilling. We need to see some motherfucking tips right now. You bitches.
Oh, damn.
I need to at least make $75 right in the next 6 minutes or I will kill Missy. I will fly to Connecticut, don't you know? And I will stab her in the face, don't you know? with my balls.
I like my life.
She looks, and by the way, you look beautiful today, but for some reason, dude, you looked angelical yesterday.
Aw, thank you.
When she said, "Don't you know?" she got this really worried. Like, oh no, don't you know? Now she sounds Irish.
Nah, I noticed that
or Scottish.
When I was bragging about Missy being so beautiful yesterday, she blushed a little bit, and it was cute as a button. There was some redness. She was really blushing yesterday, but no, she looks pretty every day. Don't get me wrong. Missy's a beautiful lady, but yesterday there was just something about the way the bitch looks good in white. By the way, you look amazing in white. I know you like black, but you look good when you wear white. Yesterday you were, yeah, dude.
Thank you.
When I see you, since you look so good in white, I'm going to sperm all over you.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Oh, damn.
Well, me and
what did I just walk in on?
We're gonna have a jizz party on you.
You really liked my outfit yesterday.
Yes, she looks yesterday, dude. She looks good every day. She's a beautiful lady, but yesterday she looked more beautiful to me yesterday than I've ever seen her, and she was stunning yesterday. She had this white shirt on, and it just made I had tingles in my nuts.
Oh, thank you.
And I don't even like white chicks. And she's really white. Look how pale that
Here's the
is.
question for you, Pimp. Like, how do you rank women? Like, okay, so like the black chicks at the very top, right? Where do white people rank in
What
the
a perfect
in the
day
hierarchy?
when you wake up with a morning wood.
Hell yeah. I thought since we had
Tyler.
a dude smiling, we were going to get a huge tip. You just gave it simple $5, you cheap bitch. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tyler.
Thank you, Tyler. Appreciate it very much. What were you talking about?
I was saying, so it sounds like you put black chicks at the very top of your sexual hierarchy,
Well,
but where do white chicks rank in there?
it's just that I've always, there's a reason. I grew up in the hood and everything, and so I was always dating black girls. That's what that was. So how I rank chicks, like by ethnicity or what?
Yeah, ethnicity.
Well, there's black girls and there's everybody else.
All right, fair enough.
No, I don't really go by that. Honestly, I make jokes about that. Most of the women I've dated have been black, but my ex-wife was a white girl, so it's just of course, I hate when people say, oh, it's only personality, because when you first see somebody, you don't see personality, you see looks. We are physical people at first. We are. When we first meet somebody, we're physical. Then it becomes personality and all that stuff. But I just like someone who can laugh at jokes and doesn't take life too serious, but knows when to take life serious. That's the main thing for me. And they know how to give good head.
I mean, you're not a very good wife if you can't give good head, so yeah, it's always a high priority.
Head's the most important thing.
One of the requirements for getting engaged in the first place. Can you imagine getting head for the rest of your life from this woman?
If she doesn't gag on your dick, even if you have a small dick that don't gag her, but she got a fake gag, if she does, that's fine.
I mean, that's why it makes sense to like wait till marriage until you've had sex, because you want to make sure that they're a good lay beforehand, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
You know.
Look,
if a woman don't suck your dick like she's mad at it, then you don't want to be with her. That's all. She's got to get down there and like cuss that motherfucker out.
Well, that's one of the things about Christianity that drives me nuts. Like, they act like virginity is some kind of virtue or commodity, and it drives me bananas. It does. It's like, oh, he's a virgin or she's a virgin. So what? So what? You get to deflower them. It's so what? Eventually, they're going to be not a virgin, and you're going to be fucking somebody like everybody else.
Yeah, but I don't like having sex with virgins. I don't, dude. I mean, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. It's boring, and like younger girl. Oh, you pull my hair on my hair. I like bitches like Missy, who like. cut me, motherfucker. You know, she's like, but like I said, you gotta have some electrolytes if you don't have sex with Missy. I'm just saying. She will break your ass. Shabisky, what is your thing about women? Do they have to know how to give head?
There's a long list. You want me to get the list?
They talk to you?
Yeah. It's a big list. Yeah, no. Yeah, they just have to be nice to me, that's all.
Oh, you so
like...
But
they have to stroke his ego because he's got that low self-esteem thing going on.
Yeah, just have to say I'm the greatest, and I'm good with it.
I like girls who are open to trying brand new things. Just like experiment, not just do the traditional stuff. If they're into maybe
Scrabble?
some butt stuff here and there, that's always a positive.
You gotta know how to play Scrabble.
Oh damn!
But it is that time of day, folks, where we say goodbye. First off, you got anything coming up, Nate, as far as content?
As far as content goes, more Ben Shapiro stuff for the time being. I have already made that first video about Ben. I want to expand upon that, cover more of his takes on issues like climate change, on trans people, and just show why his arguments are flawed. Because I see a lot of people out there who, I will give Ben credit for one thing. He is very good at being persuasive because he can frame arguments in a way where they feel right. But when you actually slow him down and break down his argument, it'll become quite apparent as to why his arguments are flawed in one way or another. So I want to dedicate some time as to breaking that down. And if it leads to a bit of fallout in my fan base, then it's going to happen either way. But I think that it's an important enough issue that I'm going to sacrifice that. But my next video is going to be responding to some of the backlash that my original video got, and then we'll just go from there.
I understand. Cool. Shabisky, go ahead, Missy.
I just dropped a link to Nate's channel in the chat, too, for anybody who needs it.
And Shabisky will be streaming later today, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And I may stream tonight. I don't know. I think I may because I'm having to do extra streams to try to earn some money. I still got a camera coming. I just don't know when it's going to be here. So can't wait to get back on camera. I miss it. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you check out Nate's stuff. Make sure you check out Shabisky. And make sure you go to Missy's Patreon. She's got some pictures there waiting for you. And Bull's Patreon. He's got some... I don't know. But he...
I don't know.
And of course, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We've got Captain Garish and we've got Scientist Mel will be here tomorrow.
Ladies' Day.
Great show. I hit